That like there are some people who will they'll break down a film, whether it's from a production standpoint, a story standpoint, or a science standpoint, and their whole point is to kind of chop it up and negate it. And we are like, no, we love this stuff. We just love talking about the details of it and the what ifs of it and how it could work and all of that.
Hi, this is Sam Stone with Den of Geek here at San Diego Comic-Con 2025 with the hosts and producers of Does It Fly. You can catch it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and doesitflypod.com. And of course, catch the video component on YouTube. Y'all, thanks for taking the time to sit down with me. So y'all have been doing this for over a year now, and I mean, it's just an endless well of stuff that you guys can talk about, both new releases, classic releases. Star Trek is where you all started, and of course you've even gone into like demonic stuff with Beetlejuice. Like, how is it kind of like finding new topics a year on and kind of continuing to find and refine your voice, like exploring these different pop culture things?
It's an absolute joy. The moment we discovered we can go like outside of strict sci-fi and I can start to look at like fantasy or horror and that kind of stuff and that they'd be able to handle it, I got a little evil. But I think the audience benefits from it because sometimes you just want to ask, how can Elphaba be green?
Science being such a, Hakeem, you've been doing science education in various forms for a long time now. Like, how is it working like with Tamara, and like how is it finding that rapport and exploring it through this particular lens?
Man, I got so lucky. I hit the jackpot with Tamara. Like, she's so smart. She's so curious, right? And for me, earlier in the first question, you said finding your voice. And there has been no finding a voice for me. It's just been a conversation, around topics we both love. And the vibe, like, I'm really, I forget there's a camera, man. Like, seriously, I just feel like we're hanging out. And, I wish there was beer involved. There's not. But, that's the feel for me. It just feels like real life, real conversation, and like, thank you. Like, how many, like, can I curse?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Mississippi, and nobody was into what I was into, and they would always say things like, here he goes again, right? Or my friends would be like, man, ain't nobody into that shit you into. Well, guess what? I found somebody who's into that shit I'm into.
It's nice to find your people, for sure. And I think as far as like finding the voice of the podcast, I mean, we got along from day one, which is amazing because we're sort of like, I like to say we're almost like mirror images of each other. And I'm not just talking about the fact that he's very tall and I'm very small, but the fact that I'm a pop culture expert who absolutely loves hardcore science. And he is an incredible scientist with like 9 degrees who loves pop culture. So we were joking before about crossing the streams, but we get to cross our streams and traffic in each other's areas. And as far as the podcast goes, Kelsey mentioned before that we've been able to talk about what we would look at, we'd all think of as traditional sci-fi, but then kind of go out to horror movies, to Disney animated films, to fantasy, and bring in those elements that we're able to talk about. And that's, I think, part of the voice that's developed as we've gotten further and deeper into these conversations.
Trevor, and this goes to Kelsey too, Roddenberry Entertainment's got a lot of, television, streaming, you've got other podcast shows. What do you think, it is about, like, Does It Fly that really kind of, like, benefits and elevates the Roddenberry Entertainment brand and really uniquely brings to the world of entertainment?
Yeah, I mean, I think our mission in some ways is hard to execute but simple to say, which is, like, we just want to make good science fiction and science fiction facing entertainment and enjoy the communities that those properties create. In the case of Does It Fly, it allows us to take a story, that we know of Gene Roddenberry a long time ago when he created the Enterprise, or rather Matt Jeffries designed the Enterprise and Gene Roddenberry had to sort of approve it, in which, Gene Roddenberry was adamant that it make physical sense, that the physics of the Enterprise make sense even if the Enterprise couldn't be real. And he wanted it to fly in that way. And we really just took that idea and ran with it and said, hey, that's a question, that's an analysis, that's an exploration that we can take to all the various things that we love, all those wonderful things that we come to Comic-Con to see and learn about and apply in a really fun way so that people can enjoy the conversation.
Can I also give a plug for watching it on YouTube, because our editors are incredible and do a great graphics job and really help with understanding what Hakeem is talking about. So if you're into watching video podcasts, watch it on YouTube as well.
check it out there. I mean, again, there's over a year's worth of episodes and more coming, covering all the stuff in pop culture that you love. This is Sam Stone with Den of Geek at San Diego Comic-Con 2025. Y'all, thanks for taking the time to swing down and speak with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Gang, 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 gang.